that's everything I need. I think so. Oh my god, my hair's so buffy. Goodness. There you go. Far more manageable. There we are. Right. Anyway, I think that's everything. Welcome to day 35. I just realised I've got my blanket around me and a lovely little cloak. Oh, actually it's a scarf at the moment. Turned into a cloak. Ugh. Yes, welcome to day number 35 of Naruto. I'm doing it a little bit later today, purely because I only woke up about half an hour ago and then tried some dishes. And so, before we begin, roll call. Let's go. What do we got? We've got a cup of tea and a Naruto cup, of course, as we do. I've got my giant cup of water, as you do, and then topped it off with a lovely bowl of Cocoa Pops. Alright. So let us just crack straight into it. We're just gonna go full Shippuden. So Naruto is facing off against Toby, so we're gonna give him a cowboy outfit, because Toby's out crazy and we might as well just go crazy ourselves. But yeah. So I hope y'all doing so fabulous. As you can see, as I mentioned yesterday, I've got you can see the back walls now, that lovely, looks less blue, it looks more grey, but still you can definitely tell it's got blue in it. The boys film that I'm doing putting some gym plaster on some of the hole bits. We might find. So today, straight after the stream actually, we're going to be carrying on doing it. Carrying on painting the rest of the room. Fabulous. And also, I need supervision as well, because whenever I paint close to the edges, and even with the I could have a brush literally like one hair long and I would still get it on the bits that I don't need to. And it's stupid because I want to be an artiste, but my hand-eye coordination is absolutely shocking. So it's probably never going to work. If you needed me to paint large areas and it doesn't matter if I get outside the edges, I'm your man. Well, I'm your woman, should I say. But super fine detail, that ain't me. At least it's not me yet, you know. Any skill, as Bob Ross says, talent is a pursued interest. Anything you're willing to practice, you can do. So one day I'm sure I could definitely do paint inside the lines. Just not this day. Lovely. Okay, next, third Raikage and Neji, or young Neji. Should do that. And then try and eat my Cocoa Pops all at the same time, of course. So third Raikage and young Neji. Lovely. Now, is it also just me, or do some people's chakra dashes, or are some people's chakra dashes faster than others? So I swear to goodness, he just zipped in with a quickness. maybe it's just because I'm doing the super trap dash, but even then. Damn. Well, look at that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, that cup of tea's perfect temperature. Oh, that's lovely. Right, energy. Gonna get to 8,008 or like in the 8,800s now, which I'm very, very looking forward to. Kicking them off, thank you. Got him now. Lovely. Okay, we're next. Sasuke, Eternal Orochi. Sasuke, Eternal Mangekyo, and Orochimaru. Don't. No, it's not a little fight yet. We will sell us a girl, but so everything. Good morning. How are you? I must say, daylight savings has hit like it is. It's definitely daylight savings because I woke up literally like half an hour ago, and then I had to like convince myself, hey, I didn't sleep for like 10 hours. I only slept for 9. Because yes, I feel slightly less bad for sleeping. So I say I didn't sleep all that time. I only slept for like 9 hours, which is still way more than I usually do. What? Cereal done. Yeah, I'm really like this sounds ever since I've tried to do this curly girl method thing to get your curly hair curly. Oh my god, I've only really applied the stuff like twice, and I did it like, oh goodness, I did it like way sooner between them than I should have anyway. But my goodness, like, I've noticed such a difference. It's like, it's actually like, it's kind of one of those things that like, oh my god, who would have ever thought, you know, that like leaving my curls, not combing through all my curls, actually leaving them to do their own thing. Who would have thought that that would have actually helped them? For the boys like, oh my god, like, I told you it was that cold, but I was like, sorry, I need like, it's not that I don't believe you, it's just that I need like, professional advice, and if the professional says so, then it definitely is. Yeah, so like, for the first time in like, God knows how many years, first time in God knows how many years, I've woken up in the mornings and my hair hasn't been a giant incoherent frizz ball where you can't tell that it's curly to begin with, because it's just so frizzed and matted that it's you have literally no idea. It's now, you can tell it's curly when I wake up in the mornings. Oh, it's fabulous. It's great. And then there's a little spray thing, I spray it in the mornings. So then I'm technically not meant to wash my hair, like wash. Probably not. I'm technically not meant to do it until at least. When did I do it? Was it Friday? Was it Saturday? No, it was Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was. So I'm technically not meant to do it until. Oh, this is going to be an awful set of fights. I'm meant to do it. Technically not meant to do it until this coming Friday. But I think while I'm like starting out, I think I might do it maybe Wednesday, possibly. I'll see how my hair goes. Once my hair starts going, now it starts falling apart. Once my hair starts falling apart, then I'll then what? Then I'll do another set of washes. So that is so the idea will be is that, you know, get like Christmas time when hopefully our fans come down for Christmas, my hair will be like whoosh, and it would be like it'll be as if it was brand new. Tintin, don't be not be such a douche. Oh, Tintin. Yo, Tintin, get over here. Okay, I'm not even going to try and do consummate, to be honest. She's just being an absolute muppet. She's just being a muppet, and it's frustrating me. But yeah, oh my god, I stay by saying it's just like I try and think about it in a way that doesn't make me feel bad. Because I went to bed, it would have been because it's at like a 2 or 3 in the morning or something that it ticks out, isn't it? So it's like I feel that what? So I went to bed at like 12:30, or I would have fallen asleep at like 12:30. Would have fallen asleep at 12:30, and then what? Woken up at 10:30, so I've only slept for 9 hours. I mean, then, to even count my sleeps, in terms of actually like sleeping, probably actually like 9, because you know kind of like in the mornings you sort of have those like where you wake up for like 10 minutes, but you don't know what the time is, so you kind of just go back to sleep. I had a couple of those, so that's probably so probably only slept for that long, which then when I think about it, it makes me feel less bad. Okay, this is going to be another maneuver of like. So I'm going to do it a couple of ultimates. But the best thing about daylight savings is when we come out of daylight savings and then you get an extra hour in bed, and it's just the best thing ever. If you wake up at like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning, it's like I get a roll over again. There we go. That didn't go as badly as I thought, but still it was okay. Alright, what we got next? Tintin and Karin. Let's see if Battle Tintin's any better. I should probably eat. Ooh, fabulous. Okay. Fabulous. Okay. I'm good. So, I am ready to make that game. I'm very much ready to make that game. I was thinking, I was talking to the boy about it, and I was like, yo, you've just come up, like, you've just created this like, perfect base for the best Naruto game ever. And I was like, telling him all that, and he's just like, because I mean, his knowledge of Naruto is what he can pick up from watching it. Yes, no, I did see you in the Discord. I think when I woke up, I saw, which was like not half an hour ago, 50 minutes ago. I saw your stuff there, so oh my god, we should like, because I was thinking, when I saw it too, I'm like, oh, should I add in a channel? I might even add in a channel to the Discord that's all just about like the game ideas and the game stuff. Because then, excuse me. I'm glad you're like. So another thing I've done, which you might see that just like quickly done before the stream, was I've created, because I mean my knowledge of Discord before making it was like literally just you just message people. But so I've been like playing around with all these like different settings and seeing what's good. So I've created a role in my Discord. A role that's like, because I didn't realize you can have like, you can just create your own roles for technically whatever you want, and you could just, you know, be creative with them. So I've created a role called First 100. First 100? Yeah. So the first 100 people in the Discord get a First 100 role, which it's no different to like just the generic role, but at least you get your little like, you know, your little special designation that you were the OGs. So I think you'll have that. I think if I've done it correctly. Anyway, but yeah. So I was talking to the boy about like all our ideas and things, and then I was thinking like as I was doing that, I'm like, oh my goodness, because I know Skyblivion or Skywind or whatever the fan project to like recreate Oblivion and recreate Morrowind and Skyrim's engine, or like the Skyrim look, maybe not the engine itself, but like and I was like, oh my god, what if we preach this game idea to the masses, and we get enough people interested, and then we crowdsource the development of this game. That would be fabulous. So I'm thinking I might do that as a channel to Discord. Because I'll catch you later. Yeah, but for the people watching that, I just like, wait, what? It would have been a couple of weeks ago, I think. A couple of weeks ago, basically me and Crazy it was like we were just like trying to like put together the ultimate, like what would the ultimate Naruto game be? Like what would it have in it? What would it, you know? Because I mean there are endless possibilities for a Naruto game. So what would the ultimate one look like? And we spent like the whole 2 hours, the whole pretty much the whole stream, just coming up with all these ideas of what to do. And it's kind of like, it's so amazing now that it's actually a crime to humanity that it's not gonna, well, no, I say it's not gonna be an actual, crime that it's not gonna be an actual thing, but, you know, anything is possible in this world of dreams. So I was thinking, you know, like, oh my god, what if we like convince enough people that it's like the best thing ever, and then we could just get a whole people who've got, you know, talents with 3D modeling and like environment modeling and AI scripting and just like, you know, 2D assets. Like, what if we just got like all these people, you know, experts on like storyboarding or like scenario planning, just every aspect of game development, and you know, we create this ultimate Naruto game. We actually build it ourselves. And then Naruto would be like, yo, what's up? Do you wanna like sell us that game? And we'll be like, yeah, for like $3 billion. And then everyone who was part of this game, because it would start off as a fan game, obviously, so that we would not at all be licensed to sell it to get money off of Kishimoto's idea. You know, but then, you know, so we built it as a fan game, you know, making it out of the love of our hearts. And then I was like, yo, we'll give everyone who developed this like $1 million, and I'll be like, yo, okay. Yeah. Hello. What you doing? I'll just update the list because now we're down to 899, not /899, just normal 899. Can't even type. It's that time of the morning. Okay. We got next Kakuzu and Roshi. Yeah, so that's the backstory when we're talking about the game, that game. So if you have any ideas about what would go into the Ultimate Naruto game, so what we come up, what we came up with before was, so you would create your own character, and you could, I think you would choose, you know, you go through Ninja Academy. You can choose what excuse me. You do the whole litmus paper test to find out what your chakra nature is. You can get like, you know, you can join like a 4-man cell. It would kind of be like, I think it would be like when the Leaf Village was founded or something. So it would be like that, like pre-Naruto event sort of thing. There'd be like one where you can, like a post-game quest or something where you can, or even not even post-game, or a late-game quest, we can like get one of the tailed beasts. You can like pick like, you can get like a Keke Genkai, and it's just like, and then it's just like, it's an open world exploration game as well. So it's not like, it's not linear like the other ones, or it's not like this where it's all chapter based. It's just like fully open world with some restrictions, obviously. But then, you know, you start off in the academy, and then you go to a Genin, and then you can go through the tuning exams to go to then become a tuning if you pass. And then you could become a Jonin or a special tuning. Oh no, it's special Jonin. It's not Jonin, special Jonin. You can do like quests to. You get like another chakra type, another different elemental release jutsu. So, you know, if you're fly, you can like go through a specialization. Do you want to learn like lava style or blaze style or whatever, and then there's all that sort of thing. Oh, it's just fabulous. It's so good. So it'll be the most absolutely insane involved game to make, but it would be perfect. It would be absolutely perfect. Yeah, it'll be fabulous. It's gonna be open world. You can explore around. You can go to all the different lands, and then because it would have the restrictions that it normally would have, so like you can't go between the land of wind to the land of waves, because I know that in the anime they needed like a special pass or something. They needed like a special pass to get between them, so you know you have to get the pass, whether it's, you know, and then you can even have like branching things. So like, do you get it by going all ninja and stealing it, or do you do a quest for quest for some sand people and they give you a pass, or you have to get it through legitimate means, like requesting it through the Hokage or something, something like that. It would be mental. Oh my god, I was just thinking as well, you could have like a house. You can then include like house elements to it. So like you could have like your little house and you can get like little like trophies or like souvenirs from your missions, and you can like deck it out with whatever you want. You can have like a training area, you can train with friends or what have you. Oh my god. Yeah, so anyway, if you like this and you have some ideas of your own, or if you want to do fan art, I might even make a channel for it in the Discord just to talk about the ideas. Because if we could get this crowdsourced, like crowdsourced game development, it would be fantastic. It would be a years-long project. But just think of the possibilities. It would be amazing. But yeah, jump into the Discord. Might even make a channel for it. Might as well actually. And then drop your ideas in there. So I'm thinking I might make because I've got at the moment I've got the general channels and things. The other one I've got just stuff like if you're wanting to if there's a game that you're playing and you want to know if people are keen to jump on as teammates or something, or you've got game ideas just for the streaming for each other, something like that. But I was thinking because I want to put my leaderboard or put just maliciousness on as well. So I think I might have an extra channel for fun stuff. So it would be Naruto, it would be the ultimate Naruto game, it would be the leaderboard of ultimate deliciousness, all of these. There we go. There we go. I think the boy's gone on a cleaning spree, and I feel bad. Touchy reanimation and second Tsuchikage. Another thing I don't think about for a while is, but not a whole while, more like 2 days, is, I did the Out of Wild stream on the Friday night. I've got to say, it's you come across those games every now and then that just stick with you. You just always catch yourself thinking about them all the time. I found that even though I've only played it for 3 hours there, it's one of those games that's sticking with me. I can't help but think about it. And it's fascinating, even though I've had it's inducing so much anxiety in me every time I play it. Well, I say every time I've already played it once. It's got such an odd effect on me. It's weird because there's some really just crazy bits in it, you fall into a black hole and you're just absolutely shitting yourself whenever it happens, whenever you oh god, I'm falling into the black hole, and you just get tensed up and you just have this fear of just what's gonna happen. But then I think I must have fallen into it about, I want to say 4 times once you've done it, once you've fallen in on your second or your third time, you kind of lose that fear of it, and you kind of just like, oh, I'm just falling into black hole. And it's odd. It's such an odd thing, even though you get hurtled out the other side of space. You know how to get back, and so that fear of what's about to happen to you is gone. Like, because I genuinely thought I was just going to float there until I died, until I ran out of oxygen and I just died, but I didn't, and it was just it's got this weird property of, like, when you go back to these places, the chances of the same bad thing happening to you happens again. But once you've done it a couple of times, you kind of lose that fear of it happening. And in some cases, I'd imagine, there'll be cases in which case you actually have to use these things to progress, to find new things. So you want to be falling into black holes, what have you. And it's just like, and then you just lose that fear. You become more confident, more sure of what you're doing. And because, like, I imagine, like, I was having an absolute meltdown when I crash landed into giant steam. I don't know what the hell hit me. Something did. Ship completely gone. And ship completely stuffed. And then I just, hit the water, and there's this giant black thing in the water. And I was just like, this is like my worst fears come to life, essentially. There's no underwater creatures. Like, I think there was like this big like red jellyfish or whatever. There was that. But like beyond that, I didn't see anything. So I'm sure that over time, my fear of giant steam is going to pass. Because I'm sure I'm going to have to go to whatever that big giant black thing was. I've got to try and figure out how to get there, because I'm sure I won't be able to right now. There'll be something I find which tells me how to. But it's just like, and because for me, and that, if I can, and I could do it with no fear, it's going to be a giant. That'll probably be the biggest achievement for me, because, like, as y'all know, my fear of underwater things is just, I wouldn't say it's definitely not as bad as an extreme phobia, but it's, it creates enough of a reaction in me that I'm not fine with things. But it's just like, it would be such an achievement if I could be like, oh yeah, guys, right, let's go. And I think what's going to happen is my first experience is rubbish, so I'm going to be very anxious to go there again. But they'll get to a point in time where I'm like, okay, cool, Giant Steam, let's go. Let's just turn the thrusters up to 1,000. We're just gonna plummet into that planet. Get me underwater. And it's just, it's gonna be weird. And I just feel that this game just has this. It's gonna have this effect on me, and I'm sure it would be intentional. I wouldn't be surprised if it was intentional. The whole point is, you've got this great big unknown. Everything's an unknown. Danger everywhere. The sun goes supernova. And it's just a learning experience. It's one of those great time loop games where you're learning every loop. You're learning more and more and more, and you're using it to your advantage. So I think, I want it to be that every single loop I learn something new. fight him anyway. Yeah, because it's just that game. It's just like so much happened in 3 hours. You know, Sun went supernova twice. Was it 3 times? No, it happened twice. I can remember. And I just kept dying all the other times. But yeah, but it was just it's just a fascinating game. And I just always I'm just catching myself constantly here and there, just thinking about it. You know, and I know what. What's just going on, please? You know, I know what to expect in the Dark Bramble, which is the anglerfish. But like literally all I've known about this game going into it is that there's a time loop and how to get past the anglerfish in Dark Bramble. Because my god, if I boosted into that place, unknowing, you know, not knowing what's waiting me in deep, I would probably pass out. I would pass out, and then the whole rest of the stream would be like, however long it takes me to wake up from when I've passed out. You know, people would come in and be like, you okay? It's like been like 5 hours, and I'm just like sitting there just like covered in the chair. It's like the continue screen playing, you know. Naruto was saying, and I'm tempting. Please say it ain't so. Is there a long range? It says pirates can be long range if you use their guns. So it's just yeah, so beyond that's all I've known about this game going into it, and I'm thoroughly, as much as I've like scared myself one too many times, I have thoroughly enjoyed it every step of the way. Thank you. Can you stop? Or just like not? Or just not, lady? Go now. There we go. God, she's a nightmare to fight against and a nightmare to play as. Right, Yen 10. I'm not even gonna try, I'm gonna try and fight anyway. I'll even do it a third time if I want to. Right. should give him like the tiniest little sliver of health left. There we go. Lovely. What, Sheena and the other thing too, the other thing I might actually look up for Outer Worlds is just how to fly that shit better. Because my goodness, I'm just crash landing into everything. Like, I cannot land that ship properly at all. And I'm so certain that there are going to be like a lot of times where I'm going to need to be flying that ship properly. Like, I'm going to have to put, like, there'll be a part where I'm sure of like ducking and diving, weaving through things, trying to get through like really like tight spaces in it, and I'm just like, it's just not working. Like, it's really responsive. Oh yeah. Lovely. Thank you, Sheena, for giving me all those fight points. Okay. Character select, Darui and Sheena. There we go, lovely. Okay, now we've got Onoki and... oh yeah, it's a sunny day, so the clothes are gonna dry. Fabulous. I've got to get some more in the washing machine. I just realised if it's leaving out overnight. Because it's now it's a long weekend. Probably have more of our washing done. Which I'm excited about. I did my bed sheets when we had boys, brother and sister staying. So I was thinking, I'm trying to think of ways like, how can I just like super organise my life? Like super organise it to the point where it's just like, okay, it's probably like way too much. So I was thinking like, oh my god, I create like packs of things. So, you know, so you have like your typical pack. So you have your, you know, your disaster pack. So you have your emergency water and your torch and your whatever. And then you've got your first aid pack, you know, so you've got your big stocked up first aid kit, there's that. But I was thinking, do you have the single guest pack? So for this one, you would have a big bag, like one of those big like giant bags that you get like new quilts in and things. Giant bag, and it's got a single quilt. It's got a blow-up mattress, single quilt, a pillow, bed sheets and stuff. So when you've got one guest staying over, you pull out this pack and it's got everything that you need for them bedding wise. And then you have like the double guest pack, so you'd have the same thing, but you know, double bed, double mattress, 2 pillows, that sort of thing. Or do you have just have like lots of single packs, and then if you've got 2 guests staying over, it's just 1 pack per person. But then obviously it's going to change if you've got like couples staying and whatever, because you don't want it just to give them separate beds. You want to give them the same bed. But anyway, so I was thinking like, oh my god, I'm going to be creating these packs. And it's going to be so organised. I'm like, oh, so we have a guest coming over? That's no problem. Let me just pull out the single guest pack. Done. You know, don't have to worry about it. And then afterwards we just wash. You know, it's got a little inventory card as well, so we know exactly what goes into it. And so then when we wash the bed sheets, I'm like, oh, this belongs in the single guest pack. So then I put it in there, and then done, boom, done. You know, and the bag doesn't go back onto the shelf until it's had everything put back into it that it needed to. So yeah, so I was thinking of creating one of those, and then I was like thinking, oh my god, like what other kinds of like packs could you have? I'm thinking like, oh, do we have like the fancy cutlery and plates pack? So when we've got like some like guests staying over and we need to bring out the good cutlery, you know. So we have those in like a little pack somewhere. We have like the picnic pack where if we want to go out for lunch, just like a picnic lunch somewhere nice where we haven't been before, you know. I've got my picnic pack. It's got like plate and like a set of plates and cutlery and bowls and things. For that we can bring along. It's got everything we need, like a little heavy duty blanket to lay down. All these sorts of things. I'm like, oh goodness, I'm going to be so hella organised to the point that I've completely overdone how organised I need to be. And the idea behind it is that, you know, when we're doing something, whether it's like, you know, whether we're going on a picnic or friends are visiting or there's something that we need to do, we're not having to like also going to just do this as well. I'm missing the fight somewhere. I just realised that this is an odd numbered fight, and it shouldn't be an odd numbered fight. It should be an even numbered fight if I've done 30 fights. Oh my goodness, I've missed it. I've just completely skipped over someone, haven't I? What have I skipped over? Over something. What have I skipped over? What have I skipped over? Or have I? Or have I done an extra fight? Hang on, so how many lines on this have I done? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I've missed a fight somewhere. Because that should have been fight number 30. But it was fight number 29. What have I missed? Okay. If I do... Ugh. I'll go carry on with the next one. Just give me some time just to work out what I'm doing. Darui and Onoki is next. So this should be fight number 31. But it's not, it's fight number 30. Right, I've missed a fight somewhere. You have to think back to everything I've done in the last 15 minutes. Person Kirby, Deda, Young Ninja, Sasuke, Orochimaru, Young Choji, Young Tintin, Tintin and Karin, yeah, Kiba, Yukito, yeah, Kakuto Roshi, yeah, Naruto, Lee, yeah, Tachi Animation, Second Tsuchikage. Yes. Did I play as the second Tsuchikage? So I played as Kiba and Hashirama and Tachi Animation, Naruto Rasen and Young Tintin. Young Tintin, yes. Shino and Darui, yes. Monoki and Yugito, yes. Hanan. I've got a feeling I didn't play as the second Tsuchikage. Possibly. That's the only one I can think of that just stands out immediately. Yes. I think it was that one. I didn't play as the second Tsuchikage. Facing against Itachi. That's what I feel I didn't do. I can always watch that another time. So I might do that after this one. Yes, I think that is right. I just feel that that's right for some reason. Okay. Right, so let's catch up on that one. So that's second Tsuchikage and Itachi Animation. Yeah, I think it was this one. There we go, lovely. Here we go, lovely. Right, I think that set us back on the path of righteousness. Right, what have we got next? Done the Darui and Onoki fight, and I think we'll update the list because now we're down to 879. I've got the sun glaring on my screen as well, so that makes things even harder. Right, Choji and Nagato. Right, we're back. Apologies for the internet cutting here. But on my leave week, I'm going to get big internet sorted. Which won't be this coming week, it'll be the week after. Hopefully, mid-October, I should have internet sorted. Unless anyone knows how to sort on a home router, unless anyone knows how to sort authentication issue. So every few hours when it tries to authenticate back to the system, it just cuts out when it can't do it straight away, and then it eventually sorts itself out about 10 seconds later. Which is what I assume is the problem. Haven't actually had the problem diagnosed as that. That's what I assume it is. So if anyone knows, if the internet just cuts out randomly for like 2 seconds, if anyone's had it before and knows what the fix is, pray do tell me below. I don't know why it just reminded me of it. It was so funny. Saw a thing that was like apparently the producer. So Dragon Quest 12. So Dragon Quest 8 is my most favouriteest game of all time. There is the next game in the Dragon Quest series, Dragon Quest 12, Flames of Fate. It's purported to be kind of it's it's not going to be like a reinvention of the series, but it's going a little bit more, it's sort of setting itself apart just a little bit more by being a little bit darker. I think even they're implying that the combat's going to be different as well. But I hope it's not too different, because Dragon Quest has been turned back the whole entire way. But yeah, I saw someone that said that, the producer of Dragon Quest 12 is a champion of Square Enix's NFT idea and also the producer of Babylon's Fall. And then they just like left it at that, and it was just like, everyone's just like, say no more, because that means it's going to be absolute rubbish, and I really, really hope it's not. I really, really hope it's not. I hope Dragon Quest 12. I hope Dragon Quest as a series prospers for 1,000 years. Yeah. Oh, Philip, welcome back. Welcome back. I was thinking before, pondering whether something I might do is, because the more I think about that game idea, I'm just like, surely we can't be the only ones in the world that would be on board with that. So I was thinking in the Discord after this, I'm going to be making a channel, for anyone who joins to put their little ideas in, and to do like, if they want to do like concept art, start using it as a concept art channel as well. Yeah, because I know there'll be some other like kind of like non-specific stream stuff that I'll be wanting to put in there, like more fun kind of things, which I'll probably create like a different section for. So I was thinking I might put in that section. It'd be fantastic. It would be so good. Because I wonder, like, because I was thinking about how that system would work. Because whether, like, because I know that, on, like, I was thinking, like, what kind of systems have I seen in games where, like, a similar thing's been done-ish? And I mean, like, I know in Final Fantasy 14, in the ninja class, you've just got 3 hand signs, and if you click them in certain orders, then there's another ability that changes to do a particular attack depending on the order that you put them in. So I'm like, well, there's that. There's, you know, in Wind Waker, they to play the songs, you've got to use this analog stick to go up and down, depending on, like, to play a certain song. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, you have to, you know, you bring up the ocarina bar and then you have to press, you know, each button is a note. So you just do something like that. You kind of like, it's kind of like an Okami style, like momentary pause, and then each button on the controller or keyboard or whatever is like correlates to a different hand sign. And so you press your buttons in order and then you like release and then it like does something. And then obviously if you've done the wrong order of things, then it just works. You know, but if you've done the right order, then it does whatever jutsu you've done. That would be sick. It would be so good. And then the other thing too is that because you'd need a kind of a way to, like, let's say, I don't know, Reaper Death Seal or something, or like reanimation jutsu. There'll be like certain like high level forbidden secret jutsus, things that if you like, let's say you like literally just start the game, you're like beginning or whatever, and let's say you do the hand seals for reanimation jutsu, water dragon jutsu, whatever, and you haven't like learned it. I was thinking you could do something like how other games do it, it just does nothing. Like you need to have like learned it properly for their hand signs to take any kind of effect. Oh, that would be sick. The way you do like, so I know the what's it? I know in these games the like Third Hokage has those like jutsu he does where he like creates the clones and stuff. No, Kakashi does it. Creates the clones of themselves and they do like the different release stuff and all like merges together and does like a big explosion of coolness. Oh my god, you'd like do something like that, like if you and like say 4 other mates and each of them could like do like a generic one of each element, each of the main ones, and then you like you have to like bring, how do you initiate it though? If all of you just do it at the same time, probably within like, give it like a good like 3-second window gap, then it kind of like, they all like mix together and it turns into like a it's all good because that's the thing though, they're good game fantasies, because there's literally just there's like we could have this discussion for like 100 hours and we're still only like scratching the surface of everything that the game would have. Because I was thinking, do you like have kind of like, you know, because it's open world, it's gonna be big, you know, how do you kind of like, you know, where do you go after all the adventuring? You go back to your house in the village that you start in, you know, you go back to your house and then you can like, you know, you go like full like MMO or full you know, RPG where you can like customize what's in your house. You can like like turn part of your house into like a little like training dojo or something, and then you can like practice and train on some things, and you know, and then you can like collect like souvenirs from some of the missions that you go on, and then it's just kind of like a little like home base that you can go back to. That'd be cool. Next, Shikamaru, Obito, Sage mode, or Shinchuriki mode, and Young Hinata. because I know like, because I know in like Skyrim, say, and even in Oblivion, actually Elder Scrolls, you can buy houses and put stuff in your houses, you know, and like it's not just an MMO only thing. Like Kingdoms of Amalur, you can have your own house. You can only do so much to it. You can't really customize the look of it. You can just like add, you know, crafting tables or what have you, you know. But you can like, yeah, you got your little house, you know, and whether, because you know you'd be starting off at the beginning, so you're only like 13 years old, so you're probably, you know, you're still living with your parents. It's gonna be like a Pokemon situation where you start up in your mom's house, or do you do it where you kind of just like you fast forward and you kind of just have your own space, kind of like Naruto. Naruto's good. Oh god. You're just like walking through town, you look up and someone just goes like flying out one of the walls. Because that's the other thing too, is like I always imagine, you know, the kind of effects that some of the attacks in Naruto have on people, like you see, you know, someone just does like, and they go like flying like 1,000 kilometers an hour, you know, like surely you would think if someone just went a little bit too hard in their sparring matches in their house, they would just destroy the entire village, you know, just from going a bit too handy, a gentle fist or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, no, it'd be cool, like, because you can use the training, like the dojo or a sparring room in such a way you can like train your jutsu. You can like level them up or something if you you know, maybe you do like a leveling system where you kind of you know, the more you use a jutsu, it gets like stronger in attack or yeah. Or maybe like because I'm also thinking like, oh my god, yes, it'd be fantastic if you could like, you know, you're wandering around everywhere, like even in the anime and the games, you know, you see like these giant craters where someone's got a bit too hungry with their stuff, you know, or Tsunade's just had a bad day, you know, you wander past all these giant craters and things. That would be cool. Because, like it would actually be just like fantastic. But then obviously you wouldn't want to do it to the point where, like, let's say there's, I don't know, Tenchi Bridge or the Samurai Bridges that you just completely just destroy it and now you can't, like, I mean, it would be cool to think if you go too handy with the destruction capabilities, you can like render, you can just like, sorry, the bridge is gone. You can now have to find another way across this big ravine because you've destroyed the bridge in your rage, you know? Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness. That'd be sick. Yeah, there was like, yeah, certain jutsu or certain something, there was like a specific way you had to train them maybe. Like, maybe like sparring wasn't enough. Like sparring with someone else, like you can't, maybe say you're learning the Chidori or Lightning Blade or whatever version they want to use, you know, or even like the Sengun, even, you know, you have to train them in specific ways. That would be cool. And then maybe the more you use, maybe like you level up. Like part of the leveling system is, let's say like, kind of like, not so much like, kind of like the equivalent of like spell speed kind of stat that you would have elsewhere, like casting time speed, where like the more you use hand signs, like, you know, the more hand signs you use, there's just a meter that, like, you know, it would have to increase quite slowly because you'd probably be using them heaps. But like the faster your character is technically able to to cast the jutsu. So like for each hand sign that you use, like a little meter just goes up, like slowly. And obviously if you use, because I think water dragon jutsu technically, according to the law, has like 42 hand signs or something that you have to do, which is why Kakashi and Zabuza are staying there for like 10 minutes trying to cast it. But you know, like, so obviously the jutsu that take longer to cast, you're using more hand signs, that meter's going to go up faster. But kind of like the faster that your character's in game technically able to cast them or something, or maybe, or from or even if you like, even if you use a jutsu enough, kind of your character has the ability to like just perform the hand signs so fast that you don't even need to use them. It's like you don't even need to manually input them in yourself unless you want to, like, but the game gives you a choice saying that if you actually genuinely want to keep using hand signs for like everything, go for it. Yeah. No, I think I vaguely remember that bit. Can't remember the detail of it though. But yeah, because like what kind of stuff? So you'd have like your attack stat. So you'd have your physical attack stat. You'd have your jutsu attack stat. You'd have your physical defense. It's kind of like rather than magic, it's just like jutsu defense. You'd have your so you'd have your manual attack. Yes. Yeah, so like, because I just, unless I just remembered it weirdly, but I'm pretty sure I remember, like, the OG Naruto, and this would be the anime. I just remember, like, Kakashi and Zabuza just standing on the bridge, just like, you know, they were, you know, both doing the water dragon, casting the water dragon jutsu, but I just remember for some reason they were standing there for ages doing it. Yeah. But yeah, because I was like, what stats would there be? There'd be like, not magic, but jutsu, like exchange jutsu for magic for jutsu stuff. So you'd have your physical attack, jutsu attack, physical defense, jutsu defense. You'd have your like running or base speed, so your running speed. You'd have your probably wouldn't need Go's Handy as like a personality stat, maybe, unless like there was like a lot of social elements that you'd want to put in. Like if there was some reason that you could convince people, like you needed to convince people to do stuff or whatever, maybe you had like a casting speed, so like how fast your character is casting jutsu, like in game kind of thing. I was thinking even if you want to if we're bringing like genjutsu into it, you have like a kind of like a perception stat, so like how easy, like kind of like it'll be how like perception in other games would be like how can your character recognize your character pick up on traps or something, or do they notice a little hidden switch on the wall, whereas this would be like how easy it is for your character to notice when they're in a genjutsu, or like that the something is the effect of the genjutsu maybe. So like let's say there's like throughout the world there's some like trees which are actually genjutsu created trees, you know, so you're walking past and then your character would like something would go whether you kind of like get like a visual effect where it kind of just like moves or something where your character's like, hey, you know, those aren't real trees, something like that. Oh my god, Minato speed, that would be sick. Oh my goodness. We're like a maxed out character, just like bullets like zipping everywhere, and then you just like punch someone and then just like knocks off like half their health. And then you go like, and they do like a super quick like fireball jutsu, and then like boom, they're like dead for the rest of it. That would be sick. That'd be great. Yes, I did research it, and I want to cry. So I didn't even realize the game was made by Ubisoft, and I'm just like, whoa, that's pretty cool. But okay, so it is one of those games that is not backwards compatible. So and I found out the history of why it's not backwards compatible. So, because obviously Ubisoft at one point in time had the rights to make the Naruto game, but then they lost the rights. So that game, no one technically owns that game anymore. Like, no one holds the rights, I think. So it's kind of just like an orphan game. So if it was to be ported, like, who's porting it? Like, no one owns that game to be ported. So it won't be ported, and it's kind of just faded into the history books, really. So the only way for it to be ported or whatever is to be is for some company somewhere to be like, yo, let's go buy it and do it, or even just remake it entirely. But yeah, so I do. And yes, it's not backwards compatible, so, and I don't have a 360. I know my family does, so I could probably, next time I'm up at my parents' place, I could probably ask to nick their 360 thing. Oh, actually no, my dad might have given it away already. Probably, I know I gave one for my older sister, so we did actually have two 360s, and I gave my one to my older sister with Minecraft, so her and her kid could play it. So I'll need to ask them if they still have it, because if they still have it and it's just sitting there gathering dust, I might grab it. And if I grab it, then I will definitely be able to, I'm gonna buy it. Like, I'll buy the actual, like, the case game if someone's selling it, which I think I've seen online that there are a few copies floating around, so that would probably be the only way to do it. So next time I talk to my old sister, I'll be like, yo, is that 360? Yo, you got it? Like, dude, you got it? Can I have your game? Yeah. So that's unfortunately the only way I'm gonna be able to play it. But I was looking at, like, watching gameplay and stuff online. I'm just like, oh, that person was so right. Like, he was so right. It just looks amazing. But yeah, no, that's what we'll do. We'll our fan game will be so successful and so popular that we'll be like, yo, Ubisoft, tell us who we gotta talk to get this game, and then people will be like, oh my god, no, you can't buy it virtually. It's not on any stores at least any stores that I could see anywhere. I looked on the 360 stores. I looked on just everything, and you can't buy it virtually for the same reason that it's not backwards compatible, or it can't be brought across to Xbox One. Is that who does the money go to? Because there's no one who owns that game anymore. So any proceeds from the game sales, there's no publisher anymore to. I mean, there is technically a publisher at the time that it was made, but there's no, like, publisher or developer for the money to go to. So it's been taken off all the stores, as far as I can see anyway. It could be very, very wrong, or it could be, again, like a just a what's the word, like a region or country thing that at least not New Zealand it's can't get it. Yeah, so the only way is going to be like get my hands on an actual physical copy and I get a 360. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you for the plug. I don't know about amazing, but I appreciate that you enjoy it. If I can just get like a couple of people to be like, yo, this is at least worth a couple of hours of my time, then I'm happy. I appreciate it. Sometimes when I'm sitting here, I'm just like, I can't think of, like, I need, like, all the articles online are saying, like, you gotta keep talking, you gotta keep keep having something to say. I'm just like, I can't think of anything to say. No. And then I'm just gonna just go on complete random tangents. But hey, we'll get there eventually. But I'm just so grateful that there's someone who like understands my passion for this this Naruto fan game that's going to be the best thing ever. Like someone who realizes the potential that Naruto has to creating just this fantastic, the best game ever, better than Skyrim, better than everything. I appreciate it. So I'm still trying to work out the whole mod thing. So and just like how to do it, I guess, or how to, you know, think things to bear in mind around it. So don't worry if it ever gets to the point where I do need one, I'll have a list of peeps who are at the top of my list. Don't you worry. No, it wasn't just playing this Jiraiya, was I? No. This isn't. I feel like no, it's not a law fight, is it? It's just you would imagine that they fought somewhere. Oh, good. That's the thing. Luckily I haven't had to need like an extra set of hands at a point where there's just like so much stuff I have to moderate or filter out. There was a point, wasn't yesterday, I was there before. Was it Friday stream? No, it was Thursday stream. If this Thursday stream where there was just a whole bunch of numpties, I'm just like, ugh. But then of course, because every time I click off the game it pauses, so there's just a whole like stretch of like 20 seconds where I'm just like, trying to like, I'm thinking it's just like a silent game. I'm just like, with all these people, all these numpties saying some stuff. So it's at some point, if that kind of stuff gets to be a bit more frequent, I'll definitely be needing an extra set of hands. I will let you know. I know I've got multiple I've got one of every console. Like not one of every console ever, but do have Xbox and is Xbox Series X? Actually no, I do still have Xbox One. Because we've got the current gen and last gen consoles. So, I mean, I'm actually gonna have disc in my Xbox One that I need to get out. But no, I will let you know. We like to diversify our consoles, so if any game comes out, no matter what it is, we'll be like, you can play it. I mean, it's great. Like it means we're not having to worry about that whole exclusivity thing. You know, I know some people don't have that luxury, so we are fortunate to have, you know, not have to worry about exclusivity deals. But yeah, no, I will let you know. Because I know everyone was like losing their marbles over the what's it called, Call of Duty exclusivity thing. It's like Microsoft bought Microsoft bought something, I think it's Activision. They publish it, don't they? They develop stuff. Activision publishers. Yeah, and then Sony's all like, oh, Microsoft's being such douchebags because they told us that they were gonna extend the Call of Duty, or allowing Call of Duty on PlayStation beyond what the current contract was. But they only did it for 3 years. They're so dumb. And then Microsoft's like what? And then people like, oh, Microsoft, you said that, you know, like exclusivity deals are like dumb. You know, if everyone plays games, then everyone's a winner. And I'm just like sitting there like, I don't even play Call of Duty, so I'm not even worried. I ain't worried about this, but I just like, I know that exclusivity deals are becoming more and more a hot topic. In the game world, it's like slowly, I think we're reaching that singularity point where, of course, that should have been a law fight. Oh, of course, I completely forgot. Anyway, we're reaching that singularity point where gone are going to be exclusivity stuff. There will be one gaming platform for everything. I reckon. Or what? Or the obvious, you know, the obvious things that game companies need to do that are so obvious that I'm almost shocked that they haven't done it yet. That I'm almost shocked that they haven't done it is, so they're doing little bits of it here and there. You know, they've got the Game Pass, they've got the PlayStation Plus, they've got the PS Plus Classics, they've got the PS Now, which we don't have, but I mean the PS Plus catalog is practically that. You know, Nintendo Switch has, you know, Switch Online, it's got the Virtual Console things. Bruh, why doesn't Microsoft just say, you know what? Every Xbox game we've ever released is available. And Sony goes, every PS2 game that was ever available in your region is now released. You know, I'm sure that the reason that they haven't done it is there's like the thing that everyone forgets about video games is the fact that it's a business. It's a business first and foremost. There's business reasons why this aren't all happening. There's financial, legal, copyright, there's whatever. There's a million different reasons as to why this probably hasn't happened, but should happen. Because just think about the money they would rake in if they ported all of their PlayStation games to, you know, ported them or just made them playable on the new consoles. Like, you'd be making millions overnight because everyone wants to play those games that they played as a kid, and now they have every opportunity to. And then you'll be driving new interest in old franchises. So everyone's just like, yo, when's the next? I don't know, what's the example? Banjo 3E, you know, the rumoured Banjo 3E that ends up being Banjo Nuts and Bolts, and everyone's like having a meltdown over, you know, actually no, this is actually Nintendo or something like that. You know, Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, like, yo. Oh yeah, crossplay games. Because I know that Gearbox has recently done it for I think all the Borderlands, or at least Tiny Tina's and Borderlands 3. They've done crossplay for those. Hello. Are you checking the jib? Is it jibbing? Dry enough? So you're just gonna sand over it and then just paint over it? Yeah. Yeah. So I know Gearbox has done that stuff for the recent Borderlands games, which I'm sure works, and I think it includes. Pretty sure it includes PC in that. And actually, I'll just update my list because now we're down to 59. Yeah, no, like you'd think that more crossplay stuff would be going on. You know, if game developers or game companies, should I say, like the Microsofts and the Sonys are like, oh, you know, we're all for not having things super exclusive, even though they technically are. From a business reason, they have every incentive to be. You know, then you would think that they would be encouraging crossplay. Like way more, like before all the games, you know, obviously you're not gonna see Ratchet and Clank on Xbox anytime soon. Probably if ever. You know, there will always be those games that aren't, but you know, that for all of the hundreds and hundreds of games that are, you know, just make crossplay the default, you know? Oh my god, yes. Yes. And then, which means then that you'd need to make sure, that so I know that there'll be those people that say, oh, PC gamers have an unnecessary advantage because they've got better specs on their machines, or you know, keyboard better than controller, yo. So yeah, you need to but no, it would be so good because we want to make this game because this game is the best game ever. We need to make it accessible to everyone. Like screw it, you want to play on the little Nokia, like not even touchscreen, like the key buttons, like your 2001 Nokia, go for it. Want to play it on your fridge, on your smart fridge, go for it. We have catered to every need. You want to play it on your blimmin' Tamagotchi, go for it. We're gonna make this game accessible to everyone. We're even gonna release in VR. Oh my god, what would a Naruto game in VR be like? Would that be cool? No, if you were gonna do that in VR, you'd need one of those full body rigs. You'd need those full body rigs, like the whole thing where you're on that treadmill kind of thing, and that would be needed, but it would be hectic as all hell. But yeah, because the whole point of our most amazing game ever is we don't want, you know, if you haven't got a PS5 or even a PS4 or even an Xbox Series X or an Xbox One, you don't even have our game console. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you can play it on your PC. Oh, you don't have a PC? You've only got a mobile phone? That's okay. We got you. We got you, fam. You know, the only mobile phone you have is your grandmother's from 1999. Still got you. You don't have any technology whatsoever. You don't even have a TV. We have the board game version ready for you to play, and with inbuilt smart technology, so everything you do in the board game actually affects, you're actually interacting with things in the digital games. We're gonna think of everything. We're gonna revolutionize what crossplay means. We're gonna put you could get a little thing that you just attach to your brain, and you could just think about what you're doing in the game, and it's affecting what's actually in the game. We're gonna go there, Hundy. Is it working? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh god, many viewers. Because then the other thing too is because it's ultimate crossplay. Because we're gonna get all the most amazing PR and press, everyone's gonna be oh my god, have you checked out this amazing game? It's taking crossplay to the ultimate extreme. You know, it's the best game ever. Then you know, all that press is gonna expand our reach out to everyone, and soon everyone on the planet's gonna be doing it. Exactly that. Imagine that. It will just be, and then it will turn into a Ready Player One situation where everyone in the world is just playing our game. If societal infrastructure collapses because everyone's just playing our game because it's the best game ever. And then while we're living in our mansion because we have raked in trillions and quadrillions of dollars. and then the only jobs that people can get is like to help with the development of the next updates and the next patches and DLCs. Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great. And then when aliens come to our planet like 1,000 years, they're like, well, why did society, like, how did this amazing race of people die out? And it's like, because two people with a dream had went too far and they have destroyed society by creating the best game ever. Oh my god, yes, aliens take a copy back, and then our game is now, the entire known universe. Entire known and unknown universe, is now playing our game. And then, because the aliens are like, we need to know who created this, because this is the best game ever, we need to meet the creators. So then, using their great alien technology, we get resurrected, part of the alien technology, and then because it's the best game ever, and even the aliens are like, yo, this is the best game ever, then they give us immortality, and then we can like live forever, because everyone in the universe is like, this is the best game ever, you guys should like totally live forever. And then we just live in like cool like alien mansion, like a cool like alien castle. Yes, oh my god, yes. Because technically there are extraterrestrials in Naruto. You know, the fact that Kaguya came from another planet, you know, is kind of like, we're opening the doors here for the game to extend not just in whatever I don't know if Naruto's intended to be on Earth, but you know, whatever world Naruto takes place in. Don't even know if it's intended to take place in Japan, but anyway, so it's not, the world map's different, but you know, whatever that is. And then, so now we can go to wherever, like, you know, go to other planets, you know, it's just an entire galaxy's worth of stuff. It's just fabulous, and the thing is, it wouldn't even be so like, wait, Naruto's in space? What the hell is this? Are they trying to be like a Dragon Ball Z ripoff? It's like, no, this literally is actually like a thing that's like, is actually in the series. Like, we're not making up the fact that there's aliens, because there actually is. The whole fact that Ninja can even do what they can do is because of aliens, you know? Which is kind of, when you think about it, like, you know, like, how is all this possible? This is so cool. It's like aliens. Oh my goodness, imagine like boss fights where you go to like, you don't just like stay in like in one place, you end up going to like, it takes place over like multiple planets. Oh, that would be sick. Oh, that would be so cool. So when you go like, you hit somewhere, they just go flying over to another planet. That'd be sick. or you can like, whether it's the boss or something where you can use like or even yourself, you can use like a variation of the no Minato that Kaguya has, where she goes like different dimensions, you know, and you can just like, you can just, oh my goodness, you can do it like whole like different planet, different dimensions, like use different things. You can like pull someone into like a fire dimension, and then all your like your fire style jutsu have like triple damage effect or something. I don't know. Oh my goodness, the possibilities are endless. Oh my lordy. Can we just like get someone to make this game? Like, can I just like wake up tomorrow and this game exists? Just like everything that we've, no, we need to develop a technology where it's kind of like when you like the kind of whole thing that like turns your dreams into reality, where, you know, like when you think of something, you can like dream it into existence. That'd be sick. Oh my god. Jesus. I notice as I got older, my ability to drink water without spilling any gets lower and lower. Turning into a person. I'm already an elderly person already. I like sleeping, I don't like doing anything, I like cross-stitching. I'm old, my bones hurt, my hips crack, and I can't drink without spilling water. I'm an old lady. I'm only 26. Oh. Kiba. I do think that they totally do keep it dirty in these games by not giving him cool attacks. I just go watching like the ultimate jutsus from the PS2 era, and it's like they gave him the most sick looking ultimates. That's right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so one of the things that we're wanting to do to this run when we finish painting, because I want to say about a third of the way through painting this room. One of the things that we were thinking that'd be cool to do is, because the room's, you know, it's going to be this like dark grey blue colour. We were thinking, would it be cool to put some kind of like along the edges of the ceiling, put some kind of like in gold, or probably gold actually would contrast nice with it. Put some kind of like cool little swirly designs all the way around. So I was thinking, you know, do we do just like elven runes, or like rune stones, or cool like swirly patterns, or like a Celtic knot kind of thing. I was thinking, because it needs to be something related to, like, because the whole intention of all these cool designs is going to be things that we love, things that me and the boy love. Not necessarily like the things that both of us love simultaneously, but, you know, things that do both of us. So I was thinking I could do like the Naruto like Magatama designs or something. I need like I've just realised that like all of them are ideas for like what we're gonna end up doing to the house. Like all the cool designs and things. It's like God of War, it's Lord of the Rings, it's Elder Scrolls, it's Zelda, it's mostly game, mostly game related. And I've realised Naruto has shaped so much of my life that I need something Naruto related, and I haven't got it yet. So I need to think. So I was thinking, like, yeah, do like Naruto, yeah, like Magatama designs or something. That would look sick, actually. But then the thing is, I'd need to have them. The problem with them is that if they weren't all uniform across the whole way, it wouldn't look as good. Like if they were all like landed. If they were all like different looking, like they were slightly off in terms of shape or in terms of how they were toned, it would just look blech. So maybe that might not be the best idea, but I do need to think of something. I do need to think of something I can do to, not necessarily just this room, but other rooms as well, that even do like all like the village symbols or something, like a probably pick like not necessarily just a village, but like all the because you have like the what that like well, it depends how many I've drawn. So I can do like anywhere from the five main ones to including like the Sound Village and the Waterfall Village and Land of Snow and Land of Iron and all those sorts of things as well. I could just do like a recurring pattern of all of those around. That would be sick. Yeah, because then like anyone who walked in who had no idea what those would, it wouldn't like be like they wouldn't be like what the hell. It would look like if you did it in such a way it would look cool. It would still look cool, even if you had no idea what it would be. Like my mum, for example, would come in and she'd be like, she would probably like, what are those? But like it wouldn't be in such a way like, what the hell have you done? It's like, oh, that's Naruto stuff. And she'd be like, oh, that's right, Naruto. I'm like, it's Naruto, not Naruto. It's I get very If you want an easy way to wind me up, you say Naruto. Before it doesn't all the time. You know you don't. That would be or even do like it probably have the effect. Well, actually, they're meant to be flames, aren't they? But like the kind of like design that Sasuke gets, like when he goes to like level 1, all that like that black stuff, like that kind of style of markings, but like all in like a ring all around the room. That would be cool. That'd be cool, because then it would look like, because I think it's meant to be flames, isn't it? Because it would look like flames. Some people might think it would look like those like dumb tribal tattoo sort of things. But that would be cool. But then you couldn't, I suppose you couldn't really do them in black, because it wouldn't yeah. I know on Cartoon Network on TV back when they even played Naruto, it was before Naruto Shippuden was even a thing. Yeah, back when they when they were playing Naruto on TV, they'd be like coming up next, because it's Australian as well. It was an Australian one. Coming up next at 8:30 is Naruto. Or that was an American accent, but you know, it wouldn't be Naruto. It'd be Naruto. I'm just like, no, it's not. Yeah, I get very like, I'm the kind of person where if you just want the easiest way to wind me up, like, and I will take the bait all of the time, is pronouncing things incorrectly and doing it on purpose as well. and it would just, I will just take, like, even if you're purposely doing it just to get me wind up, I feel compelled to correct you. I need to spread good pronunciation around the world, and even more so, if I know how things are pronounced in other languages, like you know, if it's a Japanese word, and the people are, you know, and if foreigner words it's I give more of a pass to, because, you know, if it's a word or something outside of your native language and you've just never heard it pronounced properly before, then how else are you going to know how to pronounce it? Like, there are so many words that I've been pronouncing incorrectly. Tend to be mostly French ones, actually, until I've heard someone say it and I'm like trying to visualize what that word looks like in my head. I'm like, oh, it's that word. Ah, okay, I got you. Like facade. Because my first encounter, you know, the first time I knew of that word, or the first time I'd seen that word, was in Pokemon. Pokemon Sapphire with sort of slacking and Slakoth and Vigoroth had they've got a move called facade, but I always thought it was called facade, as I'm sure everyone does. And so, but then I think I heard my dad say it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we say it wrong the whole time. Yeah, we all do it, but Naruto is probably my biggest gripe. Like, and then again, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. But I feel just every fiber of my being is just like, you have to show them you have to tell them how to pronounce it properly. You know. Yeah. Anyway. I'm glad I'm not the only one. This kind of thing, I can be a very, very bad grammar, like a very, very obnoxious grammar police if you let me be, and to the point where like I need to correct people's spelling all the time, and then it gets to the point where I feel so bad for correcting people's spelling that I don't correct their spelling when I see it, because I feel like they're going to be like, oh my god, can you not? But then when I don't, and then they're like, you know, when someone's like, oh, you spelt that wrong, and they're like, what? And they're like, oh my god, Frizzy, why did you not tell me that I spelt that wrong? I'm like, because you would have got mad if I told you that you spelt it wrong. And they're like, oh my god, you got to tell me when I spell things wrong. I'm like, I do, but you get mad every time. So, it's a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. It's yeah, but I could be very obnoxious. I need to do this. But it also my job at the moment, it's a good thing too, because at my job at the moment, my boss, she's like an ex-journalist. She used to be a journalist, and she's like me as well. She needs to, you know, there's a spelling mistake. She's like, that's a spelling mistake. You got to put a, you know, extra R in there, or take that out, or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Glad I'm not the only one. Okay, I can, you know, I'm in a safe space. Kamehameha, oh my god. So it's interesting around that. I'm just like, whoa. Because I don't think it would have been the same thing. So there is when we went on holiday to Hawaii, like, god, it would have been like 10 years ago almost. There is a king of Hawaii called King Kamehameha. So, and it's pronounced like that. So then I was thinking, well, like, if people knew about that, about him, and then they saw that word, they would be like, oh, Kamehameha. But then obviously if you watch the anime and you hear how it's actually pronounced, you're like, because technically, you know, Dragon Ball Z wasn't made in Hawaii. But then I'm thinking, was there some like inspiration there? You know, Master Roshi wears Hawaiian shirts. But But yeah, but it's that's always what that's one thing where like I can like they're wrong when they say kamehameha, but I can understand why they would say that, but it's still wrong. Like I'm still like no 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 no. No, the other thing too is when people pronounce words and they put letters in their pronunciation that are obviously not there. Like that are obviously not there. So when people like when you know, take kamehameha for example, they would be like Hamema or something, or they'll put some word in there or some letter in the obvious wrong position, and I'm like, if you actually read the word, that letter obviously does not go. Or they'll even they'll put like an S or an N in there, like kamehamena, or like just something that just so obviously doesn't belong in there, and you're just like, did you read the word? Did you look at it with your eyes? Because I don't think you did. Yeah, but anyway, but again, that's me and my obnoxious that's me and my really obnoxious grammar police coming out. Kamehameha. Exactly that, and it's kind of just like, do you? I know that there's some people who they just can't be bothered. They can't be bothered taking the time to pronounce it properly, and like it's that frustrates me as well. It's like people who just don't care enough to learn how to pronounce things properly. That's the other thing. And especially and that attitude especially gripes me when it comes to names, people's names, because that I get just so mad when people are like, oh, you know, when someone, you know, when someone's got a when someone's got a name that for wherever your native languages or whatever is not common, and not one that you've either ever seen before, or it just has a pronunciation that's not straightforward. When people are like, oh, I don't know how to pronounce that, can I just call you Bob or something, as an example. I'm like, why is it, you know, learn how to pronounce their name properly, mate. Like, it's the simple, it's like this, for me, it just comes into the simplest form of respect, is learning how to address someone by their actual name, like, you know, without going, oh, I don't know how to pronounce that, you know, can I just call me something shorter? No, can I just, you know, like, I don't know, not an actual example, but like, you know, Muhammad or something. Oh, sorry, can I just call you Mao? No, I don't know how to pronounce that one. I just, I get so mad. I get so mad when people are like that. For how much what? Yeah. That's not too bad. I wouldn't call that a snack. Well, okay, well, it's not a giant meal, but yeah, I get what you mean. Okay. And is that fried eggs and 90 calories per egg? Yeah. Okay. We're probably eating like 3,000 calories without even not realizing. You reckon? I reckon 3. Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember when I was trying to reach my 2,000, when I was trying to reach my 2,000, I know that I would have to like struggle to find things to eat to get up the number. I remember I had that problem. Yeah, true. Not true. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, cause each fried egg's 90, so that's 270 just by themselves. Yeah. Yeah, because I'll see if I can, probably next week or whatever, or next weekend I'll start putting together that recipe database with like, it's the 25th. Yeah, I'll like start putting together that recipe database. So like, so when, if we've got a number that we need to reach and we're like, oh, I've got 500 something calories left, then we're like, oh, 2 pieces of toast and 3 eggs. Got it. I know it's not a goal, but it's just what can we have? Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, don't just eat for the sake of eating. Yeah. Me and the boy were trying to get on we're trying to get our lives back on track, health and fitness wise. So. Oh my goodness, there would be so many things. There'd be, oh my goodness, you do like the physical appearance of them, what colour hair, what colour eyes, but then what's your natural, jutsu release style, elemental release, your fire, water, lightning, wind or earth, You've got that, you've got, what else have you got? You've got like, what's your weapon of choice? Like, do you even have a weapon? Is it shuriken? Is it kunai? Is it swords? Is it sai? Is it nunchucks? Is it, all those sorts of things? Do you have a weapon of choice? Do you have like, what kind of clothes do you wear? Where do you have your shuriken bag? That little ninja tool pouch that they always had. Do you have it around your leg? Do you have it strapped to your back? Where do you have your headband? Do you do an eno where it's around your waist? Do you do a leg? Do you do it on wrapped around your arm? Do you do it around your neck like hinata? Do you do it on your forehead? Do you do all those sorts of things? Do you have it? Oh hey, thanks for the follow. Yumi both, or Yumi and Crazy. I'm gonna assume it's Crazy H2S or H2s. Yeah. No, we love this game. At the moment we're chatting about what our ultimate Naruto game is gonna be. So because then you can choose whether you want to have your headband on, do you want it as a headband or do you want it as the kind of what is it on Ibiki and what is it, Hayate, who have that bandana-y looking thing with that, or do you have it on a scarf, or do you have it on do you even have it threaded into something else? Oh, fabulous. And then, similar to how Diablo, or one where you can have that banner, the banners that you create, you can choose what your kind of your clan symbol is going to be. That would be sick. Oh, it'd be fabulous. And then so you can choose from some combination of designs, choose the base design. Do you have a background to it? Is there a colour, what colours you have? Oh my goodness. Great. You're in luck. After this fight, so what I'm doing is I'm just so you know what this is all about, I've got a whole bunch of randomly generated fights, because I'm trying to do every character versus every character in the roster. Don't know why, just want to. So I randomly generate a whole bunch of fights, just so I'm not playing as the same character over and over and over again, and then go to the next character over and over again. And the next fight I've got is Ino versus Kabuto Snake Cloak version. So after this fight, I will. yeah, what else could you, oh, so you can do your clan symbol, you can have, what else, oh my goodness, you can have, oh my goodness, oh, I can't bother. Alright. Oh, you could do like, because I'm thinking around the ninja tools, would you do, would you be able to, you can just go to the ninja tool shop and just pick whatever loadout you want, or would there be like a certain kind, like you pick, like you have to pick the main tool that you will always have, and then you just pick like others around it, or yeah. Bam, skadoosh. Alright, and now cut to cloak, and I think, because I've just realised, I'm actually over my 2 hours, my 2 hour allocation. So this will be the last fight of the day, and then sadly I must have passed whatever. We have to actually finish painting this room. while the sun's still out, we might be able to get it to dry semi-fast. You know, crazy H2s. I'm definitely like, now that I'm thinking about these this character creation kind of thing, I'm probably gonna start like all goods. It's all goods. Honestly, my Wi-Fi, it'll probably be why I like cut out every couple of hours. Our Wi-Fi just keeps like cutting out every now and then, and it's just frustrating how so. I understand. Yeah, but I'm thinking like that character customization, my creative juices be flowing. So I might I'm gonna think of more ideas. I'm gonna like research other think about all the other character customization engines or whatever I can think of from like Dragon Age and Elder Scrolls, and then like, oh, what could we have? But anyway, so let me just quickly update the list. So we're now down to 837. Let me just put in the right number on my little thingamabob. There we are. We've got 8,837 fights to go. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so as I said, I'm over my 2 hours allocation, so I've got to leave it sadly here. But next week, Thursday night will be day 36 of this. Friday will be Outer Wilds. Saturday, if I'm getting really into the Outer Wilds, I'll probably do it on Saturday as well. If not, then probably something else. And then Sunday will be day 37 of this. But I'm thinking I might make a channel in my Discord about the best Naruto game ever, e.g. the best game ever made, just so we can we've got like a pure channel just to we're going to start putting ideas, we're going to be putting art, we're going to be putting concept art, we're going to be putting just everything in it, and then as more people come, then it's going to be like, yo, we're going to crowdsource this game. This game is going to be developed by a team of passionate, talented, creative people who know what the best game ever needs to have. It needs to be, and it's just going to blossom from there. And then in 10 years time, when this game is released, we're going to be millionaires. So for anyone who is keen, loves has some ideas about what the best Naruto game ever made should have, jump into the Discord, start putting your ideas out. I'll make that channel after this, super quickly after this. But other than that, not much else to say. Thank you so much all for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous morning, afternoon, or night, wherever in the world you so happen to be. And I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.